Hey guys, so I am back with week 2 of this 2018 fitness journey for this week in fitness, okay? So let me get my notes out so I can make sure to stay on track and not jump around as much as I did last week, okay? Pardon the face, this makeup has been on for a minute. I just got home from going out for some early birthday activities, but I needed to get this part filmed so that I could have this video up today, which should be Sunday the 14th, okay? So let's do the whole switcheroo and get the workouts in so you can see what I did this week. For this week, I did not film most of my cardio workouts. What I ended up doing this week was 5 days of lifting. Yes, 5 days of lifting and 5 days of cardio, or cardio-ish workouts, and those broke out into 3 days of T25 and 2 days of spin cycling, okay? So let's talk about what exactly this week looked like, all right? So this week I ended up changing my weigh-in days. I was weighing in every Monday, okay? So I decided to weigh in on Saturdays now, since I post this vid on Sundays. I wanted to have my weigh-ins coincide with this video, since this is kind of my video diary, video tracking of this journey, and so I wanted to make sure that what I said in these videos wasn't a week behind, which is what it would be if I continue to weigh in on Saturdays, on Mondays. I'm tired, y'all. Okay, so like I told y'all, January 1st, January 1, my starting weight was 200 and my overall inches, and I measure my chest, my waist, around my belly buttons, my hips, belly buttons, I only have one, around my belly button, my hips, my butt, let me make sure my mic is on, okay, my hips, my butt, my right arm, my left arm, my right thigh, my left thigh, my right calf, my left calf, okay? I should add in my neck, but we're not gonna do that. So those are where my inches are, okay? So starting January 1, I was 200 pounds and I measured 302.75 inches around, okay? January 8th, which was last Monday, or Monday past, I was 195.2 and 294 inches all around, okay? And then as of this morning, January 13th, I was 190.6 and 290.2 inches all the way around, okay? So I've lost 12 inches in 2 weeks, and that's from everywhere, various places. The biggest loss so far for my inches has been 3 inches around my butt, 3 inches around my hips. I'm looking at my phone, so I did a spreadsheet. Hopefully y'all can see this. So I did a spreadsheet via Google Docs that basically tracks it, and I have my leanest measurements, what I weighed and measured when I was where I want to get back to as my goal. So I have those columns frozen and I can compare where I'm at to where I want to be, okay? So yeah, my hips, my butt, around my butt, yeah, those are the biggest losses so far, and that's right at about 3 inches per area, okay? So, and then overall weight has been 10 pounds. Let's just say 10 pounds, from 200 to 190.6, 10 pounds. I'm gonna say it's 10 because that 190, we're gonna call it 10, okay? So That's what the last 2 weeks, as far as pounds lost has been. Okay. Anyone who does keto or has read into keto knows that there's an initial loss of fluid due to the drop in carbs. So carbs, when you eat carbs and just carbs, they hold on to water, all right? If you're not eating carbs, you're not holding on to water. Or if you're not eating as much carbs, you're not holding on to as much water. So for me, that 5 pounds lost that first week, even this week's 5 pounds lost, is not something that I'm going to get used to, if that makes sense. I know that getting back into keto, and I don't have, or getting back into ketosis, I mean, I don't have my blood strips. I forgot to order them. So I will have my ketones measured for next week 3's vlog. But I want to say that this 10-pound loss that has happened within these first 2 weeks of me going on this journey has been due to, I feel like it's a lot of water. I do have some inch loss, so yes, maybe there's some fat mixed into that, but I'm not expecting to lose 5 pounds again for week 3, if that makes sense. Okay, it'd be nice, but I'm not expecting it. And I do want to touch on kind of, I feel like I'm at work because I've been talking about this at work a lot, but managing expectations. I think a lot of us get really, really disappointed when we set this goal in our head that we want to lose this amount of weight in this amount of time, but it's not realistic, you know? So if you're on a fat loss journey, weight loss journey, just keep in mind that, you know, if you're losing 0.5 pounds, 1 pound, 1.5 pounds a week, you know, while it's not what you might want, because you might want to drop the 3 pounds a week or something like that, a loss is a loss. Okay, so you know, if I came to y'all and said that I lost 2 pounds in the last 2 weeks, you know, granted, you know, I'm aiming for at least 1 to 2 pounds a week. But if I only lose 1 pound, 2 pounds or something, it's still a loss. So I'm still going to find happiness or find, you know, look at that as a win, because every little bit helps, you know. While, you know, I'm doing my measurements and I would like to drop inches like that, I would like to get back to my 25-inch waist like that. I know that that's not going to happen overnight, and I know that I didn't gain this weight overnight, you know. And so just keeping our expectations realistic and making sure that we understand, that I understand that it's going to take time, right? So this week, like I said last week, your girl has been sore. Your girl has been sore. So of course, I keep a cabinet of supplements because I was fit at one point in my life. So I went into it, looked at expiration dates, had some stuff that was still good. So I added back in BCAAs, and that stands for branched chain amino acids. And that basically helps with muscle recovery, muscle repair, that kind of thing. And the brand that I like is called Xtend, okay? And the flavor I currently have is fruit punch, all right? So that's what it looks like. Here's what the label reads. It is a 0-calorie supplement, but it does have sucralose and ACE-K if you're sensitive to that. As someone who does keto, I know some people are a bit sensitive to those artificial sweeteners. I am not. They do have a 0 or something where it has absolutely nothing and it tastes like death. Okay, so I added in some BCAAs along with some glutamine. All right, same thing, glutamine is for recovery. Okay, so this has the branched chain amino acid, has glutamine in it, but I added some more. And y'all, the soreness has been minimal. And I've been working, okay? I've been working. I did, like I said, I did 5 days of lifting, and where I really get sore is my leg days. So I did a quad focused leg day, and I did a glute and ham focused leg day. Did about 3 days apart of each other. And whereas last week, that Monday I did that, or that Tuesday I did that quad focus day, to that Saturday when I did that glute focus day, I was sore that whole week. This week, right now as I'm sitting here, I did my glute and hams 2 days ago. I'm not sore, like, at all. Like, I'm not sore anywhere, which is amazing. So adding that in has helped a lot, okay? And hopefully I'm labeling the workouts so you can see which days are what, okay? I also stayed on top of tracking my food. So like I said, I'm Lolakinkz on my Fitness Pal if you want to go and see what I'm eating as far as keto friendly type food. Tracked my food, stayed pretty well. Let me look at my ratios. I feel like I stayed pretty well within my range. I like to stay around 75%, 75% fat for my daily intake of food. And for the week, and this is how my Fitness Pal looks, those of you who don't use it, but for the week I averaged 73 and 73% fat, 24% protein, and 3% carbs. Okay, I did have a day where it was actually yesterday, Friday, where I had absolutely no carbs. I literally just had some steak, some shrimp, and coconut oil and butter. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, so what I'm working on this week as far as diet is concerned, of course I'm still tracking, but what I am going to do is try to hit my protein goal. I'll know this better when I get my strips in, but I feel like I have a bit of sensitivity to where it comes to protein. I feel like if I hit that, if I go too high in my protein, it kicks me out of ketosis. So I'm sorry guys, I'm thirsty. So I'm going to try to stay on top of that and stay as close to my protein goal as possible, all right? What else? My water. So I have a 64-ounce jug. I got this at either Ross or Marshall's because I love those stores. I have one at home. I have one at my desk at work. I try to drink 2 of these, which puts me right around a gallon of water a day. For some reason, and I probably need to read more into this week my mouth has been extremely dry. I'm like literally always thirsty, to the point if I'm not drinking. Like I went out today and we did a painting with a twist classes that you can drink at or whatever. 3 hours I didn't have any water. Like literally my mouth was like the freaking desert. My mouth was so dry. So I need to read into it to see if that's a byproduct of ketosis or what is going on, because I don't remember this happening in October, or not October. When was it? last October or 2 Octobers ago. 2 Octobers ago. So October 2016 is when I started keto. Didn't stay on it, so but October 2016 was my first foray into keto, and I don't remember being so parched all the time. But even now, my mouth is like still super dry. My lips are dry too, so excuse that. So hitting a gallon a day, all right? Looking at my notes, I've also been hitting intermittent fasting. I've also been practicing intermittent fasting this week. So intermittent fasting just means that you have a fasting period, a longer fasting period between your meals and when you're not eating, fasting. Instead of breaking my fast with, and for me, breaking my fast means ingesting something other than fats, okay? I don't do that when I wake up or in the morning time, all right? So my eating window for protein and carbs begins at 12 p.m. noon, and it ends at 6, latest 7. So I like to have about 15 to 17 hours of fasting. So since my day begins so early, my day does start at around 3 o'clock. I wake up to work out. I do have a Bulletproof Coffee in the morning, and Bulletproof Coffee, for those of you who are not keto, is basically coffee with some fat in it. So either ghee, butter, coconut oil, avocado oil, some kind of fat in it. I prefer butter in mine. I just like it like that. I've used ghee, I've used coconut oil. I don't like the taste of coconut oil in coffee. I like coconut oil on other things, but I don't like the coffee and coconut oil taste mix. The butter tastes a lot like creamer to me. I guess, is butter dairy? I'm not sure, but yeah. So I want to say butter is dairy, so maybe that's why. But I'll have that, and I'll have 1 to 2 teaspoons in my coffee, which puts me at around either 14 or 28 grams of fat. That carries me till midday, okay? Then I'll eat one meal. My meals this week consisted of steak and vegetables. And when I came home, I had more steak. I love steak. So, like, I could eat steak all day, every day. And that's what my meals consisted of. So, I had no issues as far as no cravings, no nothing this week. I felt really, really good, and I want to say I am in ketosis just because I feel really, really good. Okay, I did supplement with an exogenous ketone the beginning of this week, and by exogenous ketone I mean ketones that you drink or eat and your body doesn't produce, okay? I do not believe in those. I think there's like a multi-level marketing company that does ketones and says that you can eat whatever you want and drink ketones and still it's problematic, guys. For me, exogenous ketones are something that right now I'll take prior to a long run, or in what I did earlier this week, I was feeling kind of blah, and I think that was, I had some wings, and I think it kind of knocked me out, and just to kind of level me out, and so I wasn't so kind of blah, I did have some from Perfect Keto, and this is the peaches and cream flavor. God, I'm tired, guys. So this is from Perfect Keto, okay? and I have paint all over my hands from the class. So I had some of those, and I put it inside of my mixture that I did for my soreness. Popped it in there. Was awesome. Felt good. Haven't used them since, so it's not something I practice using. I personally think that if you continuously drink ketones, then your body doesn't feel the need to use the ones or make their own, right? So why would I continue to drink them? Right? I don't know. That's just my thinking. So I think I touched on everything for this week. Sorry, my sleep. I'm struggling. So I wake up at 3 o'clock to work out. For me to feel really good, I need to be asleep by 9. It's been a struggle. This week I had a bunch of things happen that kind of put a damper on what I could accomplish after work. It was just a lot. Flat tires, just different situations. So, which is why you haven't seen a video, any other video besides this one come up this week. It's because I literally have had no time to edit anything. I have like 5 videos that I've filmed, but I haven't been able to edit them because I haven't had time. You know, by the time I get home, do winter stuff, all that jazz, I need to go to sleep, or otherwise I cannot function. And I am a huge believer that sleep is very, very, very important to weight loss. When you look at the hormones in your gut and how they play with sleep, your ghrelin, your leptin, those kind of hormones, y'all can read into it, and how sleep plays a part in how they kind of regulate, is that the word I'm looking for? Regulate your weight. You know, it's important. Sleep is important, which is what I'm trying to say. So this week I'm going to focus on getting sleep, and I said I was going to focus on one other thing, guys. Focus on getting sleep at least, for sure. I did want to say, anyone who's interested in keto, I highly recommend this book, The Keto Diet, okay? And this is by Leanne Vogel. She also has a podcast, Healthful Pursuits, I want to say her podcast is, or maybe that's her blog. Anyways, Leanne Vogel. It is a very, very user-friendly, easy approach, multi-approach look at keto. I have a friend that I've been talking to. She's kind of like I touch bases with her a few times a week. We're trying to get fit together. She lives somewhere else. She's been on the fence about trying keto. I told her about this, so I wanted to make sure I told y'all about this. Anyone who is interested in keto and the various ways you can keto or whatever. So look into that book if you want to learn more about the ketogenic diet. Successes this week: my weight loss, my inches lost. I'm going to count it as a success, even though I know it's not something that's going to continue. But success this week, dropping 10 pounds for the last 2 weeks, and hitting all my workouts again. Even though I did miss one day, but I made it up, and I did 2 workouts in a day, cardio. So that's a success. I do want to let y'all know, if y'all saw the spin video, if y'all are watching the spin video, I use Peloton. I use the app, and I love it. I've tried other apps. I think someone commented last vlog about Adaptive, and I tried their spin class. No bueno. I like to feel like I'm in a class, so Peloton for me is the spin app that I use, and love it. Okay, so all right, guys, hopefully that's I hope I touched on anything. If there's any questions or whatnot, drop them in the comments. If it's something that I feel like should be addressed in next week's vlog, of course I'll answer you in the comment, but I'll also bring it up in next week's vlog. Next week I'm continuing. I think I'm going to go back to week 1's workouts as far as my lifting, and do those again. And I think I'm going to stick with cycling for this upcoming week. I do the 20 to 30 minute HIIT cycling, and I'm averaging about, oh, I forgot to tell y'all my calories burned this week. But for my cycling, I'm averaging about 300 calories burned, okay? My calories burned this week was 3760, okay? My goal is always 3,500, just because, you know, that's what they say a pound is. So if I can burn at least a pound in my workouts, I feel like I'm doing something. So I burned 3,700 this week, so I'm proud of that. And yeah, guys, that's it. That's it. Hopefully, if the workouts aren't done, continue to watch them. If they are, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week with next week's vlog. And my energy will be up because I'll make sure I film it early and I don't go out and do other stuff, okay? So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.